Good morning. Here is a before view of the kitchen.
Welcome to another episode of Toby Stupid Vlog.
Hello, it is a lovely Saturday. The sun is shining. It's quite warm, but I haven't really seen much of it. So Dave the Minion came round to fit the sink at 8:30 this morning. He turned up very promptly, did a bit of setup and what have you. I thought as well, that it'd be about a 3-hour job. The time is currently 20 to 6. He's still going. So it wasn't quite as straightforward as one had hoped. Certainly he'd hoped, I'm sure, his wife would have expected to see him back for lunch, but that hasn't happened. So there we go. So I'm going out to buy some things because we haven't had a proper lunch because the kitchen's been out of order. But we do have a very nice new sink, which I will show you very shortly. Come into the kitchen. Look, a normal sink, like normal people have. Oh, about time. That's hugely overdue. So that's good. And if you come into the bathroom, we now have a side on the bath, which is even more exciting. I just need to paint it. Look at that. And put the tiles back, but massive step forwards. So this is the calm before the storm. The garden is ready, waiting for baby blessing guests. I'm in the kitchen making bridge rolls.
They're edible. I mean, yes, I will.
Are you ready to be blessed? Yes? I hope so, because it's happening. Yeah, I know.
May all who help raise this child, which is why you're involved here, be guided by your wisdom, giving examples in their lives of your care and understanding. May the light of love fill their home, and your blessing be upon them and all who are dear to them.
Which means noble, and we chose that name because it has the same meaning as Anna's grandfather's name, which was Cyril, which also means lordly, which felt like a similar sort of meaning to the two names. And obviously his English name is Albert, which means noble and right. So they're all sort of tied up nicely.
Okay. And you want to talk about Peter?
Oh yes, of course. So his middle name is Peter, which was my grandfather's brother, who died during the war, but was a very gifted violinist and pianist.
Now it's amazing to carry on that Holocaust generation and to remember them as we create and celebrate the ongoing of life.
So pretty much everyone has left, but Walter is still exploring the garden. Which is fair enough, there's quite an abundance of fruit and vegetables here. Well, there's a lot of spider webs too. Over here, what have we got here, Walter? Oh, okay. Is that where we're going? Yeah, you can see lots of apples and tomatoes and lettuce and celeriac and fennel and corn and pumpkins and marrows and raspberries and blackberries and peas and all sorts. Hello and happy Monday. Every time I say that, I have this vision of Bez dancing on top of a giant E. Ask your parents. Anyway, so I've put Q Facts episode 1 up on the Ruined Arch. I'm very happy with it. Please take a look if you can. I will post a link in the description. It'll also be linked from the eye. And if you go to my channel main page, it'll be on the list of channels, the new Q Facts channel. So please check it out, let me know what you think. Back in Soho for the first time in a while. Here because off to see Small, who has returned from Cyprus. He's come all the way from Cyprus to go to the pub. Not quite. Not too far off the truth. So yeah, we're just heading over to the Bricklayer Arms, which is right next to where USP used to be actually. So I've come essentially from where they are now to where they used to be. That's born in Hollingsworth. I had my 31st or 32nd birthday in there, I think. I can't remember which one. Getting too old now. They all just blur into one big mess. They've actually built something, finally, after a year of digging foundations. It's looking promising. And there's the Bricklayers Arms. And next to it, what used to be USP's main office.
So I need to fix that one.
One entrance.
I ran for you, just for you.
Small pool ran.
That's just a vlog thing. Do you still do those? They're great, by the way.
Cider, you cannot fuck up. Are we recording?
You haven't. Trust me, he can.
This is the manager, Paul. I'm here on his behalf.
video.
His commentator. My name is also Paul, which is very confusing. If you don't know Paul.
Paul too.
Paul, I'm Paul too.
Yes.
It's T-O-O, not T-W.
Is this for Sandy's future bar?
Yeah.
In Liverpool.
Excuse me, you've got a cheap ticket, shut up.
It's called Sando's. It does chicken and booze.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah,
now,
Come on,
Sandy Beach
please.
has a new bar.
Bang it down hard.
Here we go.
Give it hard. Here you go.
Here we go. You ready, guys?
Where's we going?
This
You
is a
pour
pint
away.
of cider in the top bar of the Arms.
Yeah.
Yes, of the unlicensed premises.
It's all about the head,
Straighten your
Paul.
ass up.
It's all about the head.
On three. Stop. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause, please.
There you go. And it's first lady here. This
Let him
is
do larger
Fiona.
then. He can't do the head. Paul can't do the head.
And it's back to Cyprus. Say, there's no head in the cider.
Lee says I can't do your head.
Yeah.
Don't ask him how he knows that, but he's absolutely right. Thank you very much.
It was very good to see Small. It'd be nice if he lived here, but then again, it's nice that he lives in Cyprus because I might actually get to go. But either way, nice to catch up. May see him tomorrow. Don't really know what my plans are tomorrow, so I can't absolutely say whether they're all going off to Greenwich. I'm not quite sure whether I'll be able to get there in any decent time to make it worthwhile. Either way, it was a very good night. Well, the weather has really turned. It was absolutely stunningly beautiful this morning and hot, and the sun was out. And now it's raining and it's grey and it's dark. Oh, England, you and your weather. So weird. This is why people go on summer holidays, so they can avoid this nonsense. Anyway, we're not, so we'll just have to wait till we go to the vineyard in 2 weeks on Friday. So by the time you see this, Q Facts episode 2 will be up, so please check it out on the channel. They come out every Monday, and I've nearly, hopefully, started 3 because I want to be a bit ahead of myself, otherwise I'm playing catch up the whole time. And I need to come up with the next 3 so I can go and film them. But I'm quite pleased with how they look. Anyhow, yes, I am going to keep going on about it until you subscribe. Q Facts, Q Facts, Q Facts. Anyway, moving on. What I'm actually doing this week is I'm at USP all week, doing a lot of sound engineering, audio-y things, up in sunny Camden. What is where I am right now in it. Yeah, strange place, Camden, but never mind. So yes, I'm based here, and then a little bit next week as well, just in time to then start planning for September-y things next week. We're going to Gloucestershire, I'm going to Newport, and there may be other venues as well. Gloucestershire's a holiday, but the other places I'll be going with a camera obviously, and somebody will be paying me ideally. That will of course include Kew Gardens. Happy Friday. Let's start with something really heavy today, because it's something I haven't actually touched on yet. The UK Labour Party leadership election. What a complete farce. And I don't say that based upon the policies of any of the leaders. I say that based upon the process of the election. They changed the whole way they did it under the last leadership so that supporters of the party could take part. That means they've now gained a lot of supporters. That's different from members, I hasten to add. And now they've decided that they don't like the views of a lot of the supporters. Now, in some cases, that's perfectly valid because they're actually members of the Conservative Party. But in other cases, it doesn't seem to be valid at all. They seem to be just that they're voting for the wrong candidate. Whichever way it goes, it doesn't really matter. It's going to make a lot of people very unhappy. And I don't happen to have a particularly strong view on the subject, other than to say that the three people who are least likely to win, as it stands at the moment, whether you like their vision or not, are essentially presenting a realistic vision. Only one version, I hasten to add, but a realistic, deliverable vision. And the one person who is likely to win is presenting an idealised, unrealistic vision. And that's all there is to it. I dislike this unreality that politicians present. It leads to this furthering of the idea that they're all liars. And the reason that Cameron won the last election is not because he had the best policies, it's because he had the most believable vision. And that's what you need if you want to win an election. It has to be believable. So I don't know where this is going to end up, but I'm pretty sure it's going to end up in a horrible, horrible mess. And I'll keep you updated as the mess unfolds. Just so you know, I'm not going to be drawn into a debate about who the right candidate is, because primarily I don't care, and secondarily it's a problem of their own making. The party has caused this mess by its sort of scorched earth policy during the Blairite years of good candidates and the farcical way they've managed this election. Some people seem genuinely surprised by the sort of authoritarian nature of a left-wing party's central office. Well, I'm not. And if you generally believe in freedom and liberty and left-wing principles, you might want to consider your options. That's not to say you should leave. In fact, far from it. You should probably get more heavily involved so that it's run better in the future. Anyway, enough heavy stuff. Now, to lighten the mood, here is office dancing. It's such a beautiful evening that I got off the train at Kew and I'm walking down to Richmond because me and Crystal are going out to dinner at a little Italian restaurant called Amadora, which we saw the other week and thought, why haven't we been there yet? In fact, there's a load of restaurants like that, but this was on our list. So that's where we're visiting tonight. And so I thought I'd have a little stroll before then, work up an appetite. It's a lovely Saturday. It's not. That just isn't true. It's a lovely Friday. Tomorrow will be Saturday, and me and Steve are going to walk a bit of the Thames Path from Maidenhead to Marlow and maybe beyond. We shall see where we get to. Tomorrow's going to be boiling hot, so it'll be proper shorts weather, which is a relief because it is August after all. But for the time being, I'm just going to enjoy walking down Ennerdale Road, which incidentally I would love to live on, but you know, that will have to wait, I think. Nonetheless, it's very beautiful. You see the haunted room at the Railway Tavern. Every now and again you might see a figure at the window. Richmond on a Friday night is a strange and wonderful place. Here is our bus. Hooray!